In the first 24 months of Meepo, we spend real on advertising.
Wow.
We have a Shopify store and build a product and ship. That's it. No more actions.
This is Kieran. He created the most iconic e-skate brand.
Behind me are 4 Meepo boards.
The Meepo Go.
Meepo V3.
And made over $100 million in the process.
I started my Shopify store. It hits like 16,000 revenue per day. I get like 2 million, 3 million already before I go to the supplier saying we are buying how many.
He comes from humble beginnings and bootstrapped his way to success.
I was not planning to build my own until I found all this board sucks.
He shares that you don't have to be an expert marketer to make it big, how to overcome any challenge, and how to still have fun while building your business.
We didn't know SEO. It's Google's job to list you.
That's a good way to see it, yeah.
You wait until it's a perfect time, you lose the market. I would even tell my team, fuck it, we need to live with it, ship it, get the job done, and go back to my computer and play video games. If I am to do Meepo board, the brand again, I would focus on.
How does Kieran's day-to-day look like? What's a typical day in your life or a typical week in your life? How does that normally look like?
Yeah, actually, one of my goals would be I need to sleep as much as I can.
Okay.
Okay, when I'm sleeping, yeah, it is a priority. But when I'm waking up, I hate wasting time. It's like I need to get a decision right away. I need to bring a solution to the problem today and see the outcome maybe later tonight or tomorrow. That's what I say to the team and the people around me. So that I can get the job done and go back to my computer and play video games.
Yes.
Or going on Douyin and looking for funny videos, or go hiking, go swimming, go stand up paddle, try new things like skating, like ice skating, whatever. Yeah, meeting friends, coffee. It's like the interesting thing is the more pressure I put to be efficient, the more productive I become. And even I wasted a lot of time on things that doesn't matter. The outcome is good.
In the beginning, when you started Meepo, you did not sit down and wrote up a business plan of like, okay, let's create a successful brand that has hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. Like that was not like where you sit down and do. How did you come up with Meepo and started Meepo in the first place? How did that evolve?
I would say it's so naturally. It's like there's a Chinese saying that you find a sangji. Sangji is like you find the needs.
Mm-hmm.
I was a longboarder. I kick my longboard to go to work. It's like 2-3 kilometers away, and the company I work for, they sell electric skateboard.
Oh, really?
They are among like 20 Chinese producer who produce electric skateboard. And I got all the samples from all the factories. They all sucks.
Yeah.
That I was not planning to build my own until I found all these boards sucks. They can't even meet my needs to commute like 3-6 kilometers round way. So I started picking the one with good potential and change the battery, change the motor, change the ESC, truck. Like eventually I changed everything, and I'm somehow so pleased with what I get. And I feel the excitement. Then I go to YouTube and write it saying, guys, I need to show off. My board cost me maybe like $150 to build. I can sell to you guys $300. No big deal. I still have a good margin, but my board beats everyone. Most of them are still building DIY boards. It's like they buy all kinds of shit that doesn't compatible with each other.
Right.
They waste $2,000 and they are still doing the engineer work. They can't write.
How did you come up, like, how did you source all the parts and come up with that? Like, because you're like, oh, I want to, because if I'm sitting
Yeah,
here
yeah.
today, I was like, I want to build my own electric skateboard. Like, there are parts to it, right? Like, there's the batteries and there's the
Yeah,
ERCs. Like,
yeah,
those,
yeah.
it's not like you go to a store and you say one ERC, please, right? Like, how do you do this?
I would also say naturally, when I was working in that company, the ESC player come to me. We are joining together having dinner, and then I start asking him problems. Where do you think I can get a better motor? Do you know any contacts where I can buy a good battery? It all started like this. I catch one person, I dig him out. Then I catch another, I started digging him, and it will bring me to a bunch of suppliers, a bunch of motor suppliers, battery suppliers. I started testing each one of them, and I get a good combination finally. It's like once you start, once you ask. I know nothing. I'm not so technical guy, but things will work out over time. So that's really something naturally happens. If you sit at home and say, "Oh, I need to find somebody who do battery," right? It usually is not good. But if you really go closer to the guy who already in that field, in that industry, he can lead you to people. For example, I find a good truck producer, my supplier for all the time. It's because when I was building the deck is good quality. I started begging the boss who make deck for us, say, it's headache for me to find a good supplier who can build the truck for me. You know, the skateboard truck is essential, so important.
Yeah.
But the guy we was working with, the quality is not good. It breaks. And
That's not good if you go fast.
yeah. I beg and ask enough. He introduced his competitor to me. You know what? Usually he would not introduce his competitor because I will move all my orders to his competitor.
Right.
But I tried so hard, and he really somehow emphasized me. Say, yeah, this boy, he really need this good truck. I know one. If I keep saying no, it's not good. So they decided to introduce that one.
That's such a huge advantage being in China, right? Like you
Yeah.
can actually build these relationships, actually do it. So I think there's two things. One, a lot of people when they start their brands, they're like, okay, let me go on Alibaba, let's see what's there, let's get a product and let's order it and that's it, and maybe email with the supplier, right?
Yeah.
And then the other kind of people that are here, I see a lot of people that are more from the marketing mindset. They're like, okay, what's the opportunity like on Amazon, or where can I get a product? And they don't really care about the supplier relationship. They just care about terms. Hey, can I get a discount? Can I get payment terms, things like that. But they don't build a relationship, right? So I think that's something that I witnessed you do a lot, where it's like the relationship with your suppliers, because that's essentially everything, right? Like they make your products, so everything is built on that. And I think you see suppliers as your partners rather than just someone who gives you what you need, right?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to go from the idea of I want to make an electric skateboard, my own because everything sucks, to I have the V1, I have the version 1 that I'm proud to show off on YouTube?
It happens gradually. I would say 2 months sometime.
That's
Yeah.
quick.
That's quick because there are parts that are still usable. Say the motor is not good enough, but it's usable, and the essential part we changed is the battery. The battery was cost like 100 yuan, and the one we use more than 300 yuan in the beginning, because we think that's the best mistake all Chinese manufacturers make. They use poor quality battery, and it's causing all the problems.
Is it because they didn't understand the user? They just saw
Yeah,
the need
yeah.
or the niche,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
didn't understand.
Back then, all the boss, none of them right. If they ever write it once, they would say this thing
It's not good.
not good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There was also a time before Casey Neistat made it famous, right? I think Casey Neistat, that was before boosted boards. That was in the very, very beginning. Was it?
Boosted was much earlier.
Okay.
Boosted was there like 2-3 years ago. I already saw the TED show from Boosted founders. Yeah.
Interesting. And what was when you put the video on YouTube, right? Because normally if I upload a YouTube video in the beginning, it almost gets no views, right? No one cares. But for you, it seems like people noticed it, people saw it, people really liked it. What happened after you put the video up?
It's timing, I guess. The video qualities are not good, but I keep it true, like low editing, everything, original audio, original, just upload. And it was good demand, back to them. It's like everyone knows if you buy skate from China, it sucks. It breaks. So there is a guy with an opinion saying, his board, $300 and it's good. People will come and criticize you. You know that? People will come and say, kick it. Yeah, he is not right.
Yes.
Let's debate. But when people realize they're wrong, it generates a very huge
It's buzz, right? Like
Yeah.
it creates that buzz. From that video, did you have people that approached you and purchased boards?
Sure, yeah. People say just 300, why not? And I can tell this boy, he's struggling to tell us how true it is. And in his video, he showed me exactly how it handles the uphill, the downhill. It's true in the video. Why not have a try? That's the power of YouTube. People can somehow knowing if you are lying or not.
And that was kind of the first spark, right? That was the
Yeah.
first thing that comes. And then what was the big igniter? Because I believe if you have one YouTube video, that's not what like builds the brands, and then from there it
I did
explodes,
two
right?
things. As long as get like 1-2 orders, I started to very aggressively promote myself on Reddit. There are like 2,000 people there, and they are all skateboard owners. They already have 1 or 2, and they have their complaints and issues. And I would say, guys, try mine. It's the best Chinese-made skate, and it's very cheap, very powerful, long range. They say, oh, fuck you. I don't believe that.
Right.
And I challenged the 2 of them, saying, shut up. I will send my board to you for free. But you promise if it meets all my like, how to say, specification I declared, you pay to me. And the 2 guys accepted, and they make a video apologize to me.
Oh wow, interesting. And then more people see that video, and then you become kind of like famous in the Reddit community, and then more and more people.
There was a time, it's like 3-4 months after my success, everybody go to the Reddit, say, what board should I buy? And newcomer is like 10 or 20 people saying only Meepo. That was a epic moment I always remember. It's like everybody say only one choice.
Wow. So then your growth, was it like gradually, or did it go overnight, like from 0
it's
to
overnight. It's overnight. It's like the other thing I did is like people come to me saying, I am a YouTuber, can I have one? I would say yes. I started sending like every day 1 free board. Even they have like 5,000 or less subscribers. And I remember it's like 3-4 months after I started my Shopify store, it hits like 16,000 revenue per day.
Wow.
Then I started having all the challenges of open a company. It's so different.
Yes.
I can build what they want, and I started to see all the quality problems, because when I build 1 or 2, it's easy that they work. But when I build 100, 1,000, headache is all coming.
Because then it's not like, because then it's almost you build 2 companies. You build like a factory, like a production company to make the boards.
Yes.
And then on the other side, you have like an online business, right? An online store, an online marketing.
That's true.
And then there's like a business coursing. So all of a sudden there's like registrations of trademarks, and there's shipping and logistics and import issues. Like, how do you deal with all of that in the day-to-day? When you just start out, now you have a team.
That's a good thing about a newbie. A newbie don't see problems. They solve it one by one. Oh, I see one problem. I feel panic. I feel hard. But tomorrow, the solution will come. Maybe it's costing money, maybe it costs time, but that problem is gone. There's always a solution. Yeah, we apply for trademark. We go to do the like shipping certification and solve things one by one. And okay, we need to buy some parts from competitors, and we need to pay high price. We can't ship on time. People wait 3 months, and they complain. We need to somehow really drive into different suppliers saying, can you do it overnight for us? Can you like work longer so we can have it sooner?
So I bet in that time, that was not a time where you prioritized sleep. That was a time where
Yes, definitely.
where there's a lot going on.
But honestly, we are still playing like video games, Dota, like almost every day 4 hours
That's
at
so
least.
interesting. So how did you make time for that? Because there's the money issues, there's the problems on the everything is problems. You have to deal with so many things. How do you choose which problems to solve first, and how do
You
think
can
about
see
time?
some of the problems doesn't take the whole day, and even if you keep doing it for 1 month, it won't be solved. It's about time solving problems. It's not you. It's like I need like 200 ESCs. The ESC supplier says it takes 2 months. During these 2 months, I can do nothing but waiting.
How do you become comfortable with things not being perfect, things not being solved, things you have to wait for? How do you get at peace knowing that there's all these fires burning around you?
Yeah, I get angry pretty often in the beginning. It's like, why do you mess up this? Why can you handle that? We're a team. I can handle my shit, but why can you handle yours?
Right.
But that is the Chinese saying. It's like when you have enough bugs in your code, you don't fear it. It's like when you see problems are all everywhere. If you do it so strict, like you can complain on every single component, but they are good, they are working. So if you wait until it's a perfect time, you lose the market.
So you just have to act. You can't like it's
Yeah,
not
you
gonna be
act it
perfect.
and you accept it, and when you look at your competitors, sometimes you will say, okay, take it easy. We are doing better in many details, and just wait, and we will solve it over time. And we have been doing that like, in the past 8 years. I was always when we get a profit, when we get rich, we say, really, I'm so glad that we invested money and to make this product the way we wished.
I think that's something that sets you apart really because you're so product focused. So
Yeah. Even today, I still have complaint about the printing, the looking, the button, not easy to open, turn on, turn off. This thing is like you can say this guy is so picky, and he only sees the problem.
Yes.
It's a nightmare to have a husband like this.
you have those ideas of like changing everything that just comes in your nature, that's who you are, or that you could like, kind of like look at the market, you see the online comments, you see people reacting to it, you're active in the community. Where do you take all the ideas from of what do you need to improve on the product?
Yeah, I would say more than half of the complaints come from customers. The other half is like I'm no user. I have a high standard that being served well. If I see a tool and not easy to use or taking more energy, I complain to the team saying, somebody fix it. Can you try it? This thing is shit. It's like they will say, oh really? Yeah. I agree. It's not easy to use. How can we change that?
So then, how do you balance trying to make the product as perfect as possible and always try to improve it? How do you balance that with not missing the moment and not missing the time and just start anyway? Like, when do you know the product is good enough to get it out?
Yeah. There are two kinds of problems. I always tell my team that the first kind of problem is that it's not functional. The other kind of things that's it's annoying, like a noise, not easy to disassemble, not easy to change, hard to open, too trouble to carry, and it looks dirty and scratched, a little D-shaped, whatever. It's like something annoying, but it's not killing. All these problems, we set it behind.
But if it's a functional problem, so if the truck is breaking, don't release the product.
A
Like,
motor
that's a
is
problem.
not spinning, whatever.
Yes.
I would even tell my team, oh, there is a scratch on the deck. Fuck it, we need to live with it. ship it.
Right.
If we spend most of the time on this looking annoying thing part, the function part will fall. If the function part fall, is the end.
Right. So you're really good at like identifying the 80-20, like the one thing that matters most,
Yes,
and then
yes,
everything else kind of
yes,
falls
yes,
into place,
yes.
right? The focus on the product. Like I believe, or what I see from you is you don't really care about the website optimization, what the colors of the buttons, what makes more, convert. Like it's just about like how good is the product, and then
Yeah,
everything goes from there,
it's
right?
good to have them if we have more energy and the time and the resource.
What do you think is the reason in the beginning that people are willing to wait 3 months for a product? Why does that? Why do people care
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that?
There are two things. Number one, proven the guy Kieran show his face in his like 20, 30 videos. He is true to this industry. He is hands down to everything, so we can trust what he says. And his customers are so happy. We can see it all there. So we'd better wait 3 months for skateboard from Kieran than risking somebody else, and we may need to buy another one. So that's what they are doing. And another thing is that there isn't many successful brands there, and most of them have like first tier problem, function problem.
I see. And in the beginning, when you ramp up production like that, when you have to buy so many products, so many inventory, so many things all of a sudden, how did you finance all of that? Did you raise money? Did you raise capital? Like how because everything happens at the same time, right? Things go off overnight. You go from 0 sales to all of them. So how do you finance all of that when you start?
We receive full payment from customers 3 months before we ship.
Right.
How can we don't have the money?
Right. So it's all about customer finance. The customers finance the brand.
Yeah, the customers, they trust you. They put payment at your line and to wait. So I get like 2 million, 3 million already before I go to the supplier saying we are buying how many. I show my PayPal balance to them, say, I have the money, but I can't withdraw right now. Please produce the parts for me, okay?
Yes, that is so amazing.
Yeah. That was a sad story. It's like PayPal say, "Hey guys, you are not shipping. I think you are scam."
Oh.
Yeah. You received so many money and you are not shipping. There is a chance you will take the money away. So we are not giving you the right to withdraw. So we can withdraw.
So then you didn't even pay the suppliers? Like you go to the suppliers and you just say, hey, I have the money, but
we
I
have
can't
to
pay?
We have to pay. You know, in the beginning of the business, you are asking, like, you are the trouble for them. You always can't say, can you change this? Can you change that? Can you invest for the product you're providing to us? You need to pay them. Or they say, oh, you are just a boy. You don't have much orders. You are not a big customers. Why am I supporting? If you really doing so good as you said, pay me the money in front. That time we always pay the suppliers up front, and even they say 10 yuan, we say we pay you 12. Build it today. That's the money conveys the confidence.
Right. I see. And then if you can't withdraw the money from PayPal, how do you get the money to pay the suppliers?
I get some loan from like a friend of my uncle. He is a business owner. Yeah.
You become resourceful. You have to figure out the problems.
I tried so hard. It's like most of the people I know, they are so poor, they don't have the money.
In the beginning, you just sold on Shopify. When did you start to add channels? Now, I think Amazon is a big part for you. When was the timing when you transitioned to open a second channel?
It's like so late. It's like the second year I started a Amazon US store. It's successful, but I don't have the energy. The store get closed. And like two years later, we are already pretty big, and we hired somebody to be responsible for Amazon alone, separately. So perfect care.
What role does Amazon play for you in the business? You have the Shopify side, you have the Amazon side. How do you see each of the side? What is the role that they play for you in the business?
I would say they have rules that are so open and fair.
Okay.
It's like they don't care if you say you're taking advantage of them. You can sell much cheaper on your Shopify, and think you are beating Amazon. Amazon doesn't care, and you use Amazon warehouse stock to ship to your Walmart, Shopify customers.
All the fulfillment for you is a big deal, right?
Yes, Amazon say we don't care. We welcome that. So you can see Amazon as a upfront, honest. Like he don't see competitors. He see everyone as like partners. That's
Interesting.
kind of impression I get, and they have been very decent in like refund you for package loss, everything. Everything, if their mistake, they are so accountable.
You talk to a lot of different brand owners. I see you speak on stage sometimes. You get invited
That's
here,
true.
right?
That's true.
What do you think they get wrong about building their brands?
They think like brand building is so important. They think that like marketing is so important.
Okay.
But even Elon Musk says, as an owner, CEO, you should always go to your desk through the assembly line.
All about product, all
Yes.
about customers. Why does the marketing not matter that much? Does
Even
it matter?
I would say it's important. But let me tell you, in the first 24 months of Meepo, we spend zero on advertising.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a Shopify store and build a product and ship. That's it. No more actions.
So then how do people find you? Was it just Reddit? Like you have
Reddit,
YouTube, you have Reddit.
YouTube. If you Google, our website may show up ranking in the first page.
So it's all organic. Like some people buy and
Yeah,
then they tell their
and,
friends.
I am telling you, we didn't know SEO.
Right.
We don't even put labels for our photos, titles, whatever. It's like it's Google's job to listing you
That's a good way to see it, yeah.
in the front if people lead you.
Right. If your brand is good enough and people talk to you enough, then people will look for your brand on Google. People will find you on Google because Google knows to rank you because just people have the need for you, right? So you start,
Yes.
you just create the need with a great product and then people talk and you have great word of mouth and then that's it.
Yeah.
There's also sometimes where you don't have good word of mouth because things happen, right? Like sometimes a board breaks, sometimes there are issues, sometimes whatever happens, right? So if you go online, you see so much positive feedback about Meepo. Like people love the brand, but you also see sometimes people complain. Sometimes even, oh, like 5 years ago I bought a board and I have this product, so don't buy Meepo. How do you deal with that when you get like the haters? How do you deal with haters and how do you see that?
Actually, the good way to solve that is to be more focused on your product. There's no better way.
It all comes down to that.
I still agree with that. Yeah.
When
But
do you know how?
there are skills like I think everybody knows. Contact them, apologize, refund, ask them, can you help like delete them. But I think this is not the best way. It mentioned it reminds me that if I am to do Meepo board the brand again, I would focus on more on fewer products. It's like releasing 2, 3, 5 at the most. It's like if we only have 3 products, we can make sure we have much less complaint, much less quality issue, supplier quality issue, and much better service.
Then why did you add more products? What led to that?
Because the old products, they are not so good. The good way to do it is like V5. We have VC Max. I already know the VC Max is much better in so many ways. What can I do? I have to release a new product. But a good way is it's hard. Actually, I could have canceled V5. Yeah, to be more brave.
Okay.
I wish I was that brave.
You mean you think you would have canceled it when you launched V3S, or when did you think you should have canceled the product earlier and then get the new one? When do you think that would have been a good moment?
It's like when we release V3 Max,
Okay.
we say V5
No more.
No more. Yeah.
Interesting.
But actually, the cost for these two products, they are so close.
Yeah.
But the performance are more than double.
Right. How do you double the performance all of a sudden? Like how do you come up with the latest lineup? Is it just that technology involved and you have the ability, or is it that you were thinking there could be more and then develop the new technology? How did you come up with a new lineup?
It's like the outcome environment, the world is changing. It's like lithium battery price, shoo.
Right.
Later last year, the price go down, and we say it's a good we have a good advantage there if we use that kind of battery. It's like over time, opportunities and challenges they come together. It's like battery cost down. Okay, good. If we change to that kind of battery setup, cost down, double the range.
Right.
It's like you can't plan it. It relies on the change of the world.
And then if you say maybe it was a mistake to launch that many products, now you have a great lineup, right? And the 2025 lineup that is coming is amazing. How do you decide when do you need to add another product? Like I know you added a race board recently,
Yes.
like you're expanding a little bit into different kind of territories there. So when do you know I should, like now with the knowledge you have, when do you know, oh, I should add a new SKU or a new product line versus I should replace something that I have? How do you make those decisions?
I think usually the replace. It's always safer when you add one and you delete one. But sometimes you want to really think about the future. Say, okay, if we don't go into the race 5 years from today, race may become the biggest way to promote this small activity. So we'd better lose some money and start playing this race.
Invest in future opportunities.
Yeah.
What were other mistakes you think you made and that now with what you know you would avoid? Like what were the biggest one? You say one with the products. What were the other like biggest maybe 2 or 3 biggest mistakes you think you did? Maybe it helps other people to avoid those.
Let me think. Well, it's maybe as a company managing structure, it's the ownership of the company. It's my first time starting a business,
Right.
and so somehow I didn't protect the brand enough. Actually, all the stocks, the holdings should be going to people who are still working in the company.
Oh.
If you are product manager, you are marketing manager, you should be the stock owner. But at Meepo, it's not the case. It goes to my friends and wife and yeah.
People in the beginning who were there, but then eventually get out.
It's kind of emotional thing sometimes. You would say, I didn't think long term. I think in the short term, you guys working so hard, or we are already here. So, yeah, I'm going to give to you.
Yeah.
But eventually, it's hurting the company if you are going to grow further.
Right. That's something I see. I would say 9 out of 10 brands is like that. It's so common. It's like because in the beginning, like even here, you know, in the beginning you get together with certain people and it's like, okay, how do we structure it? Well, we're all working hard. We're all not having money. We're all doing the hours, right? So we should all, own.
Yeah.
But I think that's a really good thing for people because it doesn't. There's so many things you can do. It doesn't have to be just equity. It can be okay. You do a profit share. You do you have something where you have like a time, you only get the share when you work this time or when you involve this much, right? So, and I think that's something where, because in the beginning, that's already clear. Like in people's mind, when they start the brand, they're like, oh, if everyone works and everyone is here, everyone should be rewarded, right? Which is true. And then it's just, I think a lot of people just need to put that on paper. It's like, as long as this is what we already think, let's just put that on paper because things change over time, right? And that's such a huge deal. When people access. You developed like a really good gut feeling. Like you never really make, or when I look at you, you never really make decisions based on like, you look at spreadsheets and like analyze things on paper, right? Like you have a really good gut feeling. Did you always have that, or is that something that you develop over time?
Yeah, gut feeling is the number one reasons how I used to like make decisions. It's like when they are doing the numbers sheetings, I would say, call 3 customers, listen, what do they say? Why they don't buy?
Right.
Yeah, why do they cancel the order? And we can make a conclusion based on this phone call and rely on it better than analysis everything.
I so agree with that. There's a saying like, every problem you have in the business can be solved by talking to a customer. No matter what problem there is, every single problem can be solved.
Yeah, the other part of the thing is like, I always when I make decision, where do I put the money to my product? It's like you only have a budget of $200. You need to use this $200 to build a best product. I always think I have a neighbor that is a boy, 15 years old. What would I build? What kind of skateboard I would build for him?
Right.
He won't say if there's scratch, he will complain.
Right.
He won't. He would say it's powerful, safer, easy to use, good product. Okay, there's a scratch on the deck. It doesn't
cares?
care the thing. Who cares?
Right.
So that's my logic.
Yeah.
It's like I treat the customers more somehow like you know, my label, my friend. It's like he trusted me, I trusted him. So how about we do it better for each other?
Nice. That's really cool.
It's in commercial world, you don't do this. Yeah, you want the outlooking to be so good, but the battery sucks. That's all competitors do. You put all the money in the outlook, better packing, more advertising, better photo on website. But the battery, they put like half of the cost as we do. So in the beginning, they win the market. But if two boys, they are friends, they ride together, 2 years later, they will see the difference.
Yeah, that is so true, and I think that is where my understanding of brand. I think a lot of people think when they think about brand, they think about a logo, they think about pretty colors, they think about how does it look from the outside. But actually, I think brand is all about the brand, the brand perception. So how people, when they use the brand, when they interact with the brand, when they talk to customer support, when they receive the shipping, when they get the product, when they use the product, how they experience the product. So the brand experience, that is the core of the brand. That is the most important, right? But most people I see, they spend so much time on, okay, how do we make more ads? How do we do the marketing? How do we redo the website? Let's rebrand. Let's do more, you know? Like they spend all this time on that when like 80% is all about the experience, but they spend like 20% of their time on that.
It's like you are like, you need to swim to the outside of the river, but you just sit on the way, preparing for different shoot and glasses.
Yeah.
Doing exercise.
Right.
You are not doing it.
Right. You just have to go.
Yeah. The product is the thing you need to be doing, delivery.
But it's so difficult, man. Like what can people use as a tip to do that? Because if you say that, it's clear. Like everyone is like, yeah, of course, I get that.
You know, even today, we are still reading comments from Amazon, Shopify, and the emails. Recently, we received so many comments. They are like this. I have 5 boards. This thing is amazing. It's the best. It's a long side best board I ever have. It's a Amazon customer saying to our hurricane, like the low cost hurricane bamboo one, and it beats all of their other 5 boards. That's the moment we think we have his value. He says he abuse the board like beat the board for 1 full month, and it holds up so good and has more power than he expected. Something like that. We keep receiving that. We know we are on a good way. And another customer, he bought like 3 MV, like 3 boys, like teenagers.
Yeah.
And they say they use it to have other brands. And when they start to using MV, they say, oh, they think they need more. Everyone needs an MV.
Interesting.
So this kind of story, I must say in the beginning, we may be not the first choice of like many people, but there's no way we can change that. People always go to the Amazon sellers who declare they have a better range, and then receive something, feel they are scanned.
It always comes out.
Yeah, we always say, let's be brave, declare the actual range.
Yeah.
Time will tell. So it's scary to be true, but in the end, we are safer. I mean, people really respect you because they did hit that range you declared.
Yeah.
That's how we earn respect. That's branding.
It's just so hard on the day to day because I know it for myself. Like there are so many little fires and so many things you have to deal with and so many things that it's very, because everyone knows this, like, oh yeah, you should talk to your customers, your product should be better, you should have a great experience. Like, it's like, yeah, of course that's the most important thing. Everyone will agree with that. But when it comes to the day to day, it's really hard to actually do that, to take out the time, make it a priority. And because there's almost like, we can change this on the website, we can make this photo better, we can, let's send a good email. Like there are all those things, you know. So I struggle with that, you know. It's very hard to make that decision. And so how do you make yourself aware that to not focus on these things, to always focus on the product, to always focus on the experience? What's your trigger? Like when you work on one thing, like what's the trigger when you're like, I shouldn't do this shit, I should take care of the product? Like what triggers that?
Maybe it's partly because I'm not good at marketing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like people always see what they can do and they focus on doing what they get used to do. I get used to work on the product. And the whole team complains why you change the product line, update it like every 3 months. It's causing all of the more extra work.
Yeah.
New photo, new launch, product launch, and all the materials need to change.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Right. So if someone is just a core marketing person, maybe they're well advised to partner with someone who is a product person.
Yeah.
Right, to just focus on that.
We need teamwork. I mean, since we do, customers don't know.
Right.
There need to be somebody, some media marketing team saying, why are we doing this? Why do we launch product changes like so often? What's it for?
Right.
Why you push yourself so hard?
That.
The team works so hard for what?
Yeah.
If nothing changes, if nothing improves.
That's true. That's true. Last question I have for you is, what's next for Meepo? Now it's been 8 years. How do you see the next, 5 years, or the next, how do you see the future for Meepo?
I have to say, in the past 2 years, the economy and the soul industry for ESK is not good. It's like this. But I always tell my team one thing. Do you think these ESK riders, they have been riding like so many years, would they change to do a e-bike or motorcycle, whatever? Never.
No.
I won't. 10 years from now, in my 80s, I would still prefer to grab a skateboard and start carving.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. This kind of guy they want. Because of that, we are not special. We are not Superman. We are just ordinary people. So many ordinary people, they all fell in love in e-skate. So even the traffic goes down, industry goes down, many brands, they are closing, sales dropping. Eventually, there has to be several brands there providing service and skateboard to the public. So we want to be the one.
I agree.
Yeah, we want to be maybe the only one left. Yeah, still having all the products they need and good service, everything.
Yeah,
keep updating our product. So lower the cost, better quality, so more people can start enjoying without breaking their pocket.
Yeah. And I really like that approach, and I'm very happy that I can be part of that journey, and to make the trend. I think you're very right. Like once people have it, they will tell all their friends about it, and they will buy another one, and they will buy another one in the future, and they will never stop. Yeah. And I think it's just now there's this whole generation of people that was riding skateboards when they're teenagers, when they're 16, when they're in their teens, and I think that's a little bit of maybe a different person than like a longboarder, right? Where it kind of original came from. But I think we can really create awareness, right? Like I think in Europe, especially in other markets, there are so many people who don't know about e-skate yet. They don't even know, But I think once they become aware, then the trend can go up again. And I really think there's so much potential, and people love the products, and there's so much more that can be done if we just see it like long term, right? We see it over 5 years, over 10 years. I really believe that this will stop going down and will actually go up once we get to a point where people become aware.
Yeah. A good thing is that the Chinese market has been going up every single year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that the good news, right?
Oh, that here in China, like
Yeah.
the domestic market has gone up.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
yeah. So we can assume that all the different regions around the world, when the economic goes good, people will start to really explore themselves, try new things.
Yeah.
And another thing that's so funny is that interesting is that all the kids, if you ride skate, passing a kid, he will look at you. The new generation of people, they are so get used to motorized things.
Yeah.
Toothbrush, everything. If they see anything without a motor, they will say, "Oh, what's that?"
That's true. Here in China, the people that I do see with Meepo boards, sometimes I do here in Shoko, people drive around. They're all young.
Oh yeah,
They're all like
great.
teenagers starting out,
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that. You know, there's a lot of like international schools and stuff. So I see a lot of people start on that are all younger.
Yeah, yeah. So I think there may be hard times, but the good news we are still doing strong.
Yeah.
Thanks to the product and people supporting us, and things will only get better.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much.